Hey, what's up, everybody? This is co-founder and CEO James Reynolds. Just broadcasting. Actually, I'm from my house right now. Feel free to ask me anything. I just get on here sometimes, chat it up, and just try to connect with everybody in the community that follows us. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, anything, just let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. If you see me looking away, I'm actually on my computer right now, so I'm not trying to be rude. A lot of people ask us kind of how our company got started, and what it was is actually I used to have to wear scrubs personally, and I was big into the fitness world. I didn't like how they fit or looked, so I was like, I need to do something about this. So I started looking for scrubs myself, and like athletic fit scrubs, and I checked some of your clothing companies. And I was like, I wonder if these bigger clothing companies actually make scrubs, like performance style scrubs. And I looked around for them and couldn't find anything. So I was like, well, I mean, that's how pretty much any business gets started. Well, I guess I'll make my own. So I started doing research and I started making prototypes. I actually met up with one of my business partners, which is Dylan Crosland. Met up with him first. And what we did, we started research. He was actually looking to make a athletic clothing company, and I kind of ran the idea by him. And he was kind of intrigued by it, so we started making prototypes, started kind of playing around with the idea, and so we get a couple prototypes made, and then we're like, okay, well, so how are we actually going to start producing these scrubs? And of course, then you got to go into testing, and you got to go into all your legal aspects of it. And give me 1 second. Sorry, if you see me looking away, I'm on my computer right now. And so we get to the legal aspects of it, and then that took like a whole year just to set up the infrastructure for it. And a lot of people, we're probably a fairly new company to you, but as you can see, we're starting to really expand and blow up and get a little bit bigger. And as we grow, we try to do these about one a week. We try to do little questionnaires and get on here and just talk to the community and see if anybody's got questions about our scrubs or about the products or any feedback or what they'd like to see or what they wouldn't like to see, etc. But anyways, all of 2015, we really got into the actual business part of it, set up the infrastructure to the company, and as you know, a lot of you probably have been following us since 2015, and that's when we really got on the map. And then as you know, obviously it's 2016 now, and then we launched this year. If you're just tuning in, if I'm looking away, I'm not being rude. I'm just looking at my computer because I'm actually on it and doing some stuff on the website. But yeah, just feel free to ask us anything, any questions, whatever you got. But as we were building the company in 2015, that's when we got our third partner, Justin Culver. And once we got him, we really kind of amped it up and really started getting serious about the company. And we started setting up all your social media, you know, your Facebook, your Instagram, everything like that. Then you actually start studying the business side of it and how to really build a scrub company, or a company in general for that matter. And so that took all of 2015. We get to 2016, and we're like, okay, we need to really, really set this up and get it going to really get this product out to people. And so we do that, and then about March 2016, we started taking pre-orders for our first colors, and those were based off a lot of surveys that we got done by a lot of people, just colors that they would like to see first. So we start those, get those going. And then we actually launched in May, so it's only been about 2 months that our store's been open. And like I said, we're a fairly new company, but a lot of the stuff you see from us is probably stuff that you've never seen from other scrub companies, just because we like to keep it crazy and like to switch it up. Just a little background story on us. we're actually all in the military. We're actually all veterans, Air Force veterans, and that's how we originally knew each other. Well, I take that back. I knew one of my business partners from high school, and but we knew each. We're all in the military together. We've all served in the Air Force, and this idea came to conception kind of all while we were hanging out or getting together, and we always talk business chat. But yeah, if anybody's got any questions, anybody's got any colors or anything they want to see or anything they'd like to see done with the product or any improvements or feedback, feel free to ask us. Feel free to let us know, because we're always down to hear any new ideas, what you guys who are actually wearing the scrubs out in the field would want to see, or what would want to see in a pair of scrubs that you've never seen before or that you wish you've seen. And then as we're ramping up, we're partnering with a couple companies for different kinds of fabric. I know a lot of you are waiting on the heavy protection. We're actually doing like a mid protection as well. Is there royal blue for men? Yes, actually, we just sent out the royal blue pre-orders, and we release royal blue in the shop this week later, so be looking for it. So probably around Wednesday, we'll be putting the royal blue on the actual website where you can purchase it. And along with the royal blue, we'll be doing BeneFIT green as well, which I know some of you have seen that color. It's kind of like a surgical green, but not quite. And then also this week we'll be doing pre-orders for light gray and seal blue. I know a lot of people have been waiting on seal blue as well. But back to the heavy protection and the light protection and the mid protection. The mid protection is actually called something else, but we're not going to tell you yet. It's a secret. It's kind of something secret we've been working on. But the heavy protection, it's a whole different fabric. It's I don't know if anybody you're reviewing, you have the light protection. It's a little bit lighter and a little bit thinner than your average scrubs. But we believe that not all scrubs are created equal, and some jobs get messier than others, so people need different levels of protection. So that's kind of the concept behind that part of it. So the light protection, that's for people maybe who wear scrubs who don't get too messy on a daily basis, versus heavy protection. That's more, it's going to be hydrophobic, liquid resistant, and that's antimicrobial as well. It's a little bit thicker fabric and more durable, but it's still a performance-based fabric. And then the mid protection, it's just hydrophobic, and actually we might be releasing that in the near future as well. We're actually getting samples of it made, and that's but it'll all still be performance based. As you guys know, like I said, if you've tried the light protection, it's a little bit lighter, it's a little bit lightweight, thinner fabric. But the heavy protection, it'll be kind of like traditional scrubs, but it'll fit better, obviously be performance based, and the technology behind the fabric will be a lot more advanced. The price will be a little bit higher, but not too bad. And we're actually about to start doing a bunch of contests here too, so if you guys have any contest ideas, or if you guys want to win free scrubs, free t-shirts, just comment below, let us know. We like to keep people involved in here. We give out free stuff all the time, just because, I mean, that's the main reason we did this company, was for healthcare professionals, to provide something better for healthcare professionals and give them something better that they could put on a pair of scrubs and be like, oh, these scrubs are awesome, or these scrubs don't suck, or these scrubs don't look like crap. But like I said, I mean, we do this for you guys. We don't do it just to make a quick buck, or oh, we really want to rattle the scrub world per se. Because do you offer anything long sleeved for colder months? That's a great question. We're actually working on scrub jackets that are like performance based. A lot of people ask us about scrub jackets, and we also get asked a lot about like under scrub type long sleeve, like not moisture wicking, but compression shirts. A lot of people ask about compression shirts, and we will actually be doing those as well. We have like 30 different products we're testing right now. You guys obviously have only seen a couple of them because we're a brand new company, but Could not agree more. Comfort is important. Yeah, it is. That's the whole. That's one of the key things behind our company is performance, and that's one of our key phrases, where performance meets comfort. Because I mean, if you're working a 12-hour shift and you're getting crazy and getting sweaty and carrying people or having to move people around or push whatever, or just anything that's like strenuous activity, you want something that's going to be comfortable and looks great and it's going to be performance based. You don't want something that looks like crap or feels like crap for that matter. You want something that's going to fit you well and it's going to adjust with your body type. And if you're bending and squatting and whatever you're doing while you're at work or on like a 12-hour shift and sweating it up, you're going to want something similar to athletic clothing or performance gear that's going to be able to perform to what you need. Some of the future colors that we have coming out, I know some of you have seen some pictures of colors. 16-hour shifts. I've never, when I've deployed overseas, I've done some crazy long shifts like that and worked through the night, but never done any like nursing 16-hour shift. That's pretty intense. But yeah, what I was saying for the future colors, the three we have right now, obviously you guys have seen, they're just your black, your burgundy, and your navy blue. And this week actually we're coming out with, we actually just sent the pre-orders out for them, royal blue and BeneFIT green. It's not quite a hunter green, it's like more of a surgical green. It's kind of in between actually. It's unique. And then we'll do gray and seal blue after that. And then we actually just got some samples in purple and pink. So I don't know if anybody is looking for purple and pink, but we're gonna test those out and see how they turn out. 3 days in a row, 6 so comfortable scrubs would be great. I'm 3 16-hour shifts in a row. That's a lot of hours on the floor. Jason, are you a nurse? Or what kind of, are you RN or what profession are you? Lime green? It's not quite lime green, although we will have like a lime green in the future. And if you're just joining us, if you catch me looking away, it's because I'm on my computer. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm in my home office right now. But yeah, feel free to ask us anything if you have any questions about the actual product or colors, or just kind of the story behind how this company got started or what we did beforehand. Not yet, going for RN flight nurse. Oh, okay, so are you still in school? Are you in the works? Because 3 16-hour shifts straight sounds pretty intense. I'm gonna like that actually. Boom. Oh, cool. In the works, he says. But what kind of like the mission behind our company is we wanted to create somewhat of a lifestyle brand, like your lifestyle brands or your performance brands. But we wanted to specifically create one just for healthcare professionals. One that, so if somebody sees a BeneFIT logo, or if you're wearing a BeneFIT scrubs, they're like, oh, that person loves healthcare or works in healthcare and they love fitness. So it's kind of a way to brand yourself. Jason, so when did you start this company? So in 2012, I was actually in the pharmacy field, and I used to have to wear scrubs, and I was big into fitness at the time as well, so I didn't quite like how the scrubs looked or felt or fit me. So that's when I started shopping around and seeing if any companies made like athletic fit scrubs or performance type scrubs, and they did not, or not anything close to what I was looking for, what I had envisioned in my mind. And so I said, okay, I'll make my own. So I started working on it, and we made some prototypes. I joined up with one of my business partners at the time, and then our third business partner later came in. And the idea happened in 2012. I didn't actually start working on it till about 2014, because in between that time period, I don't know if some of you know this, we're all in the military, and I deployed overseas to Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia. So I deployed, and when I came back, that's when I actually started it. And it took me about a couple months to actually start creating prototypes and whatnot, and start researching and doing the necessary research that I had to do before I actually just dove into the company. But that actually started in 2014, and then 2015 came, and that was when we kind of built the whole company. And obviously now it's 2016, and we launched. So it took about from conception or from idea to actually make prototypes and actually start the company. It took about a year and a half to get it off the ground. And if you build a company right, that's about, I mean, you can do it faster, you can do it slower, it just depends. But if you want to do it right and make sure you have all your ducks in a row, that's about how long it'll take you. And they say the 10x rule: anything that you think, oh, I'm going to start a company and it's going to take 1 or 2 months and I'm going to get it off the ground. Well, you're probably not going to happen, because it takes a long time. There's a lot of stuff you got to do, like when it comes to legal stuff and just getting everything in order. And if you have any type of idea to start a company, I would highly encourage you to do it. And one of my major goals when I started this company was just have one little task that I would get done every single day. Whether, because I was going to school full time and I'm married and I have a kid now. But I was just like one single task that I'm going to get done every day, whether it's one part of the website or researching scrubs or statistics or just working on prototypes or whatever, or working on the business side of it. And you just do one little thing every day, and all those little things kind of add up, and that's where you get your snowball effect. And before you know it, you have a working company. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff you have to go through. Sounds great. I want to order some soon. I'm a tailor, so I've worked on some of my scrubs as well to make the fit the way I like them. Oh, the fit the way I like them. That's pretty awesome. So you have like custom scrubs. That's kind of how these came about, is they were kind of custom scrubs. I was going to make them for myself, but by the time everything was said and done, I was actually getting out of the pharmacy field because I switched career paths. And that's crazy though. I've heard a couple people who actually do their own scrubs and customize them to how they fit. But yeah, if you're gonna, I tell people this all the time. People always ask me about my company, or me and my partner's company, BeneFIT, and they say, how do you even get started in making scrubs or selling scrubs or whatever? It's like, you just got to go out. If you have an idea, you just got to go out and do it. And there's going to be a lot of stuff where you're going to be like, well, how do I do this, or how do I get a manufacturer, or how do I get a patent or a trademark, or how do I start sewing? I don't actually sew the scrubs myself. I'm not that gifted. But how do I, just anything in business in general, you're going to have all these questions. But you just have to have the mindset like, okay, I'm going to have this stuff, and I'm basically just going to figure it out along the way. And it's going to suck at times, but you just got to suck it up. And there's going to be roadblocks that come at you pretty much on a weekly basis, if not a daily basis. But if you have the end goal in mind, where you want to get or where you want to be, then you'll find a way around it. It's just a mindset, and that goes with anything, not just starting a business, or whether you want to get in better shape or you want to lose 10 pounds, or as long as you have an end goal and you know where you want to be, then I mean, you can get anywhere. You just have to it's just all about your mindset. You got to get your mind right, as I tell people. You got to start cutting waste out. You got to start prioritizing and what's really important to you, and say, okay, this is important to me, I'm going to spend more time on this, or this isn't important to me, I'm going to cut an hour of watching The Bachelorette on TV, cut that out, just whatever. I mean, cut the waste and start focusing on really what matters. Like for healthcare professionals, if they want to advance in their career, or if they want to, because we always say it's really hard for healthcare professionals to stay healthy because they have such crazy schedules. And so you have to, I mean, whenever you work in the healthcare profession, or any profession for that matter, you have to, if you want to eat healthy or live healthy, you have to prep your food, and you have to say, okay, when am I going to work out today, or what am I going to eat today? Am I going to eat healthy? Am I going to eat junk food? Am I going to eat out? Am I going to bring a bunch of unhealthy snacks or whatever? You really have to prioritize and say, okay, I'm going to, I mean, whenever I was big into fitness, and I still do this, is just not as much because I've been focusing on the business and family life. But whenever I'm big into the dieting and whatnot, I would prep my food. I would basically plan out every single thing that I was going to eat the next day, and I would prep it for the next day. So I already have all my food schedule planned out, and I would say, okay, this is my whole schedule for the day. This is what I'm going to do. I would make sure I had time to work out or be active, do something. I like your products. The idea of Fit Scrubs is going to make people more comfortable. Are you guys this first in the market to produce Fit Scrubs suits? Yeah. A lot of people ask us that if we're in the first in the market, and the answer is pretty much like there's a couple other scrub lines that do active lines, but what we're doing and how we're marketing our product to be like a performance style athletic fit scrub is, yeah, we're pretty much the first people to customize and create this concept where somebody can have a form-fitting scrub that looks and feels great, and not only that, but it's really designed for performance. So if you want to go on a jog on your lunch break or whatever, then you can go do that in these scrubs. That's what they're designed for. Obviously, if you're getting all messy and you're getting your scrubs nasty, don't go to the gym and work out because it'd be pretty gross. But approximately, hold on, I'm reading a question on here. Being a single parent working with. Approximately how long does it take to fill an order if the options are in stock? If they're in stock, Nick asked this. If we have them in stock and it's our live orders, then it usually takes us about, because we do priority shipping, so which is depending on where you live. We're actually out of Oklahoma, so we're kind of in the Midwest. It takes us, we usually fill it in 1 to 2 days, just depending on kind of the demand at the time. And then from then it usually takes about 1 to 3 days. So you normally get your products in about anywhere between 3 to 5 days. Normally, if we do a sale, we'll have just a crap ton of orders, and we'll have a giant overload. So it takes us usually a little bit longer. And then we have to deal with your out of stock issues because our products literally, once we get more in, they fly off the shelf. Like we just got some in this week, and some of the sizes have already sold out within a couple days. So that's just all part of really managing your inventory. But yeah, once you order, if we do have it in stock, you'll probably get it within maybe 3 to 5 days. If you see me looking away, it's because I'm on my computer. I'm not trying to be rude. But back to like the business aspect of it. Yeah, I tell people all the time, if you want to start a business, just literally go out and do it, because that's what I did with this company. I didn't really have a business background. I just used to have to wear scrubs, and I knew I didn't like them, and I knew I kind of had to envision what I wanted in a pair of scrubs. And so that's when we started designing our own scrubs, me and my business partners. We started designing them, and then that's when you go into your mass production and whatnot. But yeah, if anybody, feel free to comment if you guys have any questions or want to see any future colors or have any suggestions for our product or feedback. Feel free to let us know. We love hearing it. We love talking to everybody. Well, I think I'm going to get off here. If there's no last questions, I don't think there is. Feel free to comment later if you guys got anything. And have a great night and a great start to your week.